Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the DunnWisdom Morning Show. I am your host, Melissa P. Dunn, CEO of MD Marketing Network and the founder of this DunnWisdom movement. It is Wednesday, so I intend to share with you some tips that will help you create the life and or business of your dreams. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about manifestation, how to manifest more abundance in your life. But before I do, I want to point out my earrings, you guys. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, let me give you a good little bit. So these earrings were made by a Lauderhill business. The name of the business is Queen Essentials, and they are a member of my my very new class of Lauderhill Shine. She's in cohort 3, which began on Monday. So I'm going to put the caption in the chat. So if you want to check out her website, this is a Black woman-owned Lauderhill business. So for those of you who like jewelry, check it out. And my hair, by the way, was also done by a Lauderhill business, Truly Rooted, which is a member of my Lauderhill Shines 2 group. They actually already graduate. So they're a Lauderhill Shine certified business. And I actually already did a Lauderhill business spotlight on this show on them. So I'm going to make sure that I put the caption for both businesses in the chat. So if you are looking to shop local, you guys, those of you who are in South Florida, check out these 2 fantastic Lauderhill businesses. So I'm going to dive into the topic of the day, and we are talking about, in today's Just Done segment, I'm so excited about this, y'all. We're talking about manifestation. Manifestation, like how to call in what it is that you truly want, whether it's in life or in business or in your career, right? Or family, whatever it is that you want, you have the ability to create it, right? So here is one basic truth that I want us to all agree on from the beginning. Abundance is your birthright. I'm going to say it again. Abundance is your birthright. This actually is a photo of me in California. And let me tell you, I truly felt abundant that day. I felt super happy being out in nature, traveling, right? And really getting a chance to get into my own. So abundance is your birthright. I want you to say it with me right now. Say it with me. Abundance is my birthright. Abundance is my birthright, right? I want you to really kind of lean into that concept, to lean into that thought, so that you can call more in. I mean, the truth of the matter is, if you want to get what you want, you have to say it. You have to claim it. You get to put yourself in a position where you have no choice but to let it in, right? So let's just all touch and agree on that basic premise, which is that abundance is your birthright. So I'm going to share with you some principles and tips that's worked for me and my clients when it comes to creating the life that we want, right? And so there are other couple like key things that I want us to agree on as well, which is that lack is simply an outpicturing of false beliefs. So, we sometimes tell ourselves things like, oh, things never work out for me. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, my clients never pay on time, or people are always wanting discounts. Yeah, well, you know what? That's an outpicturing of a false belief, because you know what? It doesn't always have to be that way. So the truth is that success and failure begins in the mind, right? And as you shift your mindset and cultivate your success consciousness, you will become a channel for the ever expanding affluence that's inside of all of us, right? This ever expanding presence to flow in, through, and as us in a very free way. And once we change what's happening in here, right? Once we change what's happening in here, then you'll see abundance start to show up for you in small ways and in big ways, right? So when you change your mind, you change your life. And so a perfect example of that is this photo right here. So I created my first vision board in 2012. And at that time of my life, I literally had to move back home with my father. I was in graduate school working on my MBA, but I lost my apartment. I was in the middle of a divorce. You know, I was homeless for a minute until I was like, my dad was like, come here, come home. And me, like at the time, I must have been in my late 30s, perhaps early, yeah, my late 30s, maybe early 40s, living at home with my father. But I put on my vision board a picture of Oprah running a marathon, right? And I never thought in a million years that I would get a chance to meet Oprah. I never thought in a million years that she would even come into my sphere. All I know is that she ran a marathon and that if she could do it, I can do it, right? So you all, if you've been following me for a minute, you know that that's been one of my goals for like since forever is to be a marathon finisher. Anyways, to make a long story short, cut to 2019. So I've been a member of Black Girls Run all this time, right? Since 2012, really working out with the girls, you know, being active. And I get a call from one of the Black Girls Run ambassadors, Michelle, and she's like, yo, Oprah is coming to town and Black Girls Run is going to get a chance to have a really private meet and greet with her. So, yeah, I'm putting you on the list. So I had the opportunity, along with women from Black Girls Run and several other run groups, to meet Oprah. Like literally, I was standing, literally, I could have reached out my hand and touched her, and to walk with her and to hear her speak live was such an amazing opportunity. It was such an amazing opportunity. And then not only that, but I also had the opportunity to go to her 2020 Vision Your Life Focus Tour for Weight Watchers that she was presenting at the BB&T Center. And again, I had a chance to hear her speak live and to really just be in her sphere. That's something that I never thought was possible. But guess what? Between 2012 and 2020, when this happened, when this showed up in my life, I was cultivating my success consciousness. I was changing my mindset. I was changing my heart. I was really working on my routine, leaning into my practices, becoming more fully who I really, really am, right? And so that's how I was able to manifest that moment. That's how I was able to get on a plane to California to attend a 5-day conference for free, you guys, because I laid the groundwork by doing the inner work so that I can shift my beliefs, so I can shift my mindset and create and manifest the type of outward picturing of the abundance that is truly my birthright. And guess what? You can do the same thing as well, right? So I have this question for you. I want you to really think about it. How do you define abundance? What's abundant for you? What does it look like? How do you define it for yourself? I want you to take a minute right now, and I want you to think about abundance. Let me make this screen a little bit bigger so you can see it. I want you to think about abundance, right? How do you define it in your faith? What does it look like? What does abundance look like in your family life? What does abundance look like in your finance? What does abundance look like in your fitness and your health? How does freedom fit into your definition of abundance, right? You get to define that for yourself. The way it looks for you and the way it looks for me and the way it looks for your dad or your mom, two separate things. So I encourage you, take out a sheet of paper. If you're watching this on the replay, pause this video right now. And I want you to say, how does abundance look for you in these areas of your life, right? How does an abundant relationship feel for you? How much money are you making, right? How do you define freedom? For me, freedom means being able to travel anywhere around the world and unwind in luxury, right? Without worrying about how am I going to pay for this or how am I going to pay for that. Freedom for me looks like generational wealth. It looks like me being able to pay for my goddaughter to go to Harvard if that's what she wants. It looks like me being able to build a community center in my hometown of Spanish Town, Jamaica for all of the children in the community, right? That's what freedom looks like for me. I want you to define it for yourself. Define it for yourself, right? So, take out a sheet of paper, do the work, and decide what does abundance look like for you. All right. I think this is a good point, a good time for us to check in and see who's watching. Good morning, Miss Joy. Nice to see you again. Morning blessings to you. And listen, thank you for texting me every morning with those fabulous bursts of sunshine. I really appreciate it. So define what abundance looks like for you, right? That's your homework. Right now, I want you to take out a sheet of paper and I want you to define what abundance looks like for you. Hey, Carla. Good morning. Morning blessings to you as well. Girl, I love that photo of you. Super cute. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So what does abundance look like for you guys? Type that into the chat. Give me one sentence that says how you define abundance. How will it show up in your life? What would the outward picturing of abundance look like for you? Go ahead and type that in the chat, okay? Yes. Okay, so, all right. Now, let's go on with the presentation. Okay, there we go. All right, so you're going to decide on what abundance looks like for you in those areas, right? Okay, so you've heard me talk to you before about the creation process. So here's the second powerful question that I have to ask for you, that I'm asking you right now as you decide on how to cultivate abundance in your own life, okay? I want you to ask yourself, are your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with the results that you want to create in your life? Let me say it again. Are your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with the results you want to create in your life? And why is this important, you might ask? I'm going to make this big so that you can see it. Why is it important for these three things to be in alignment in your life? I'm going to tell you that. The creation process, which if you've been following me for a minute, you know that you've heard me talk about this all the time. You've heard me talk about the fact that we're all creators, right? The way that you are thinking, the way that you are feeling, the actions that you are taking right now in this very moment is creating your future. So you could either be an active participant in the creation process, or you cannot be an active participation in the creation process. But the truth is that either way, you're creating your future right now, because your thoughts trigger your emotions, and your emotions inspire your actions, and your actions produce your results, right? So the bottom line is your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions are what create the results that you have in your life. That's what creates the results. So that's what impact your relationships, the money in your bank account, how fast your business is growing. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions produce your results, right? So the good news is that you are in 100% control of all of this, because you're the creator. You are 100% in control of the results that you see in your life right now. That's the good news. So for me, that means that there is an opportunity for you to leverage this process to work for you instead of against you, right? So abundance cultivation tip number 1, leverage the creation process to work for you instead of against you. What do I mean by that? Let's go back to the creation process, right? So you can be mindful of what you're thinking. Be mindful of what you're thinking, right? Are you thinking everything is always working out for me? I am blessed and highly favored. Everything I touch can turn to gold. I am loving, I'm kind, I'm supportive. Are you thinking those kinds of thoughts that's triggering emotions of self-love and peace and freedom and abundance and happiness and joy, right? And hope, which then inspires action. Maybe you'll get an idea for, how to solve a challenge that you're facing. Maybe a possibility will occur to you. Maybe you'll be inspired to pick up the phone and call and speak to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time, and they give you a great idea. And those inspired actions produces the positive results that you want. Or alternatively, are you saying, oh, I'm fat. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm tired. I'm too lazy. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm depressed. Like those thoughts then trigger the emotion of depression and anger and overwhelm and frustration and fear and worry and doubt. When you feel those negative emotions, then it keeps you stuck. It keeps you playing small. It keeps you from fully stepping into your greatness and becoming the man or woman that God called you to be. And then you see lack and brokenness and results of that's counterintuitive to what it is that you really want, right? Do you see how that works? Do you see the difference, right? So the key, ladies and gentlemen, the key to abundance, the key to your prosperity are your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Those are the 3 primary things that impact your ability to manifest more abundance in your life. So, leverage the creation process to work for you instead of against you. Cultivate your success consciousness. And I'm going to be teaching a class, a Manifest 90 program. I'm going to be teaching you how to cultivate your success consciousness, right? And then have a powerful morning routine. Have a powerful evening routine. Because guess what? Your thoughts and your emotions, they kind of make up they impact your attitude, right? And your attitude impacts your actions, and your actions really become the results, shows who you are, becomes your character. So cultivate your success consciousness, have a powerful and morning and evening routine, manage your energy and not your time, right? We all have 24 hours in the day. So manage your energy. Be clear about what it is that you want and create a measurable action plan, and then just get it done. Just get it done. Because, as I said before, greatness is in your DNA. Everything that you're praying for, everything that you're asking God for, it's already done. That business that you've been dreaming about creating, it's already done. That contract, that promotion, that perfect, that mate, that one just for you, it's already done. The work right now is to get from where you are to where you want to where you want to be. because the future you is already living the life of your dreams. They already have the business. They already have the house. They already have the car. They already have the sense of joy, freedom, abundance. It's already there, right? The work is between where you are in your present self and where your future self is right now. That's the gap. That's the work to be done. And I'm here to encourage you and to tell you that you're blessed. Everything is possible for you. There is no such thing as a problem. There's a thing as a possibility waiting to unfold, a solution waiting to unfold, and you can live life unconditionally where you're not being blown from here to there based on how you feel, right? You've got to really notice your thoughts. You've got to notice your emotion and know that you can pivot at any moment. Know that you can press the reset button today and create the results of your tomorrow. You have the power. You have the ability because you are 100% destined for greatness, and abundance is your birthright. So I want to encourage you today, make room for your increase. Be mindful of your thoughts. Pay attention to how you feel and pivot whenever you need to. You know, yesterday I felt away, right? My energy was a little bit low, and I allowed myself to feel what I was feeling. I called the emotion and I traced the emotion back to the thought that triggered it. And then I was able to put on some music, raise my vibrations, feel better. And the minute I started to feel better, inspired action, solutions came to me, right? And guess what? You can do that too, because all of the skills and tools that you need in order to create and manifest the life of your dreams is already inside of you. You were born with it. It's already stamped on your DNA. It's already stamped on your DNA. So I am sending to you now a wave of love, a wave of gratitude. And I'm asking you to go back and do the homework, write out how you define abundance for yourself, and then ask yourself the question, are your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with creating what it is that you want? And if it's not, well, that's where the work begins, right? That's where the work begins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this episode of the DunnWisdom Morning Show. If this inspired you in any way, if this blessed you in any way, and you want to bless someone else, please do like, comment, and share this so that other people can hear this message. If you are a woman watching this show and you want to join my Women Getting It Done Facebook group, the link is in the caption. Please join and join our community of like-minded women who are, who are getting things done in life and in business. All right, so let's see. Thank you. All right, abundance looks like unity for me. I'm at work. Sorry. No worries. Good. I love it. It looks like unity for you. Fantastic. Fantastic, Carla. All right, good. I'm happy that you enjoyed the conversation. I am happy that you enjoyed the conversation. All right, folks, let's get it done. Remember, be kind and loving to yourself today. You deserve it. Be well.